All right, so it's been a while since we've done one of these videos, and I apologize ahead of time because I do have a bit of a cold, but we'll see if we can get through this. Now, I need to learn the metahumans, the new version of the metahumans, the local version, and I thought I would just do it on video as we sort it out together. We are using Narrative Pro as a starter framework for our game, and I want to be able to do modular characters. But if we're going to do modular characters, we need to have the ability to slice up the metahuman into pieces. We need hands, feet, head, lower body, and upper body. Now, some of this, like the head, is already done for metahumans. So we're going to go through how you chop up the body to get the rest of the pieces that you need. So on the screen, you can see the plugins for the project. And the one thing that you definitely need is the skeletal mesh editing tools. We're going to be using this to actually do the chopping up into pieces. So once you have this, go ahead and restart your project, and then we can get started. And you can see here, I'll close this. We have this metahuman body that we're going to chop into proper pieces. So with the skeleton open and the skin section selected on the left-hand side, you're going to see option for generate new polygroups. And we're going to just go ahead and click on this. And you're going to see that its default option is the face normals, which could be useful, but it's not useful to us. What we want to do is go from UV islands. And this is going to give us a nice selection that's already chopped for the upper, lower, hands, and feet. So we're going to go ahead and go to the center here on the bottom and hit apply to asset. Now, once you have that, you're going to want to hit save. And just to be safe, I'll go ahead and do file save all as well. And I just want to go ahead and find where this is. It's right here. And I'm going to close this window. And I have this empty folder here. I'm going to go ahead and drag this over. And I'm going to say copy here. And we'll rename this first one. I'll just put feet. And then I'm going to duplicate this. And I'll change this one to hands. And go ahead and save it if you want. Then we're going to duplicate this again. And I'm just clicking on the name to rename it. I'm going to rename this one to upper. And then duplicate it one more time. And do lower. Now, the reason we set up the polygroups first and saved it was because it actually stores those polygroups in the skeletal mesh file. So I'll go ahead and save this. So all of these copies are using that polygroup. I'll just go ahead and do a save all just to be thorough. So now we have 5 pieces. We have feet, hands, lower, upper, and then one folder above, you have this, which is just the default skeleton. And I'm just going to rename this one to the base. So the reason we have the 5th one is because when you're chopping up and doing modular characters in Unreal, Epic has a top parent node that all the pieces are organized underneath. Now, you can't actually change that top parent node at runtime. And what we want is a parent node that has the same skeletal mesh. But we also don't want to see this mesh. So what we can do is we can go in here, open this up, and we'll do the top base part first. Now, one of the problems with Epic is you can't save skeletons without having at least one polygon attached. There's no way to save just a skeleton, which the system actually really needs, but it doesn't exist. So we're going to have to make do. So we've already used the generate polygroups under the skin section. Let's go to the model section and do a polygroup edit. And I'm just going to go here. Now, I actually only need one polygon, but um, to me, it was fine to just go ahead and select the feet. I'm going to turn off the icon and just, here you got move, rotate, scale. I just hit it to select. And I'll go ahead and hold down the shift, and I'll keep both bottoms of the feet. Now, I don't need to do this. I actually only need one single polygon to be efficient, but this is fine. And it's just the system I went ahead and decided to use. So we've got these two polygroups selected. We're going to go to invert selection and invert it. And now we have everything but the bottoms of the feet selected. And I'm going to go here to delete faces. And you'll see that it's deleted them, but it hasn't applied it yet. So until you hit this apply to assets, it's not actually done. So you hit apply to assets, and now it's done. And now as soon as you save this, that's actually going to be our top node when we chop up characters. And there are going to be further videos where I show you how we do this within the Narrative Pro framework. But I just wanted to do the basics first. All right, so we have this. Now you'll notice that you can still see the feet. So, I have this material as it's assigned, and I'll just go through here. And on the Patreon, I'll probably put this invisible material, but it's basically, I went through and figured out the least expensive invisible material, and I use it in pretty much all my projects at this point. So I've got this material selected. I'm going to go to the material that's on the skeletal mesh, and I'm just going to click the little arrow. And now those feet are still there, but because of the invisible material, you can't see them. So this will be our top skeletal mesh that we organize all the pieces, the hands, the feet, the upper and lower body. All of this will be child skeletal objects underneath this top skeletal mesh. Now, the rest of it is literally just grunt work. So we'll go to the content drawer. Actually, let me find this really quick. We'll open up feet. We'll go to model, polygroup edit. Select this. Hold down shift, select the top. Go to the bottom of the feet. Hold down shift. Select. Invert selection. Delete faces. Apply to asset. Save. Now we have the feet. Go to hands. Go to model. Polygroup edit. Hold down shift. Make sure we have both sides of the hands. Invert selection. Delete faces. Apply to asset. Save. Now we have just the hands. Go to lower. Go to the modeling section. I'm going to go ahead and switch that so it doesn't show the silly rotate thing. We're doing the lower part of the body. Hold down shift. Make sure we have the whole lower section. Invert selection. Delete faces. Apply to asset. Save. And then the last one is the upper. Go to the modeling section. Polygroup edit. We need to select all the upper portions by holding down shift. Make sure you check both sides. Invert selection. Delete faces. Apply to asset. Save. And that's it. You have all the pieces you need for a modular metahuman. And again, I apologize for my voice being almost totally gone. I've had the flu for a week and I'm having problems getting over it. Now, on the next video, we'll continue this and talk about other things. Now, Epic is going towards trying to do parametric clothing on the fly during runtime, and also using masking, runtime masking. I'm not sure how successful that's going to be. I'm also not sure how long it's going to take them to actually pull it off. So for now, I'm starting with the modular system. Now, the modular system has its own issues. Like, what if you have a bikini where you're also showing skin? So we also need a way to track race. And I'm hoping that I can convince Rubes to add that to Narrative Pro as part of the built-in functionality so I don't have to add it every time the framework updates. But this is the start of it, and in the next video, we'll show you how to assemble it and actually use it in the Narrative Pro framework.